Hello, welcome back to another Human Side of AI, and I'm your host, Flora. Today, my guest is the one and only Jam Anderson, and we're catching up on everything happening inside Club Jam right now. We're spotlighting some incredible members: Tony, who just launched his own AI tool; David Farr, the magician who just set a world record recreating Houdini's escape trick; Rosalia, who left a 20-year career as a court reporter to build her own AI consulting business; and Stacey Cassidy, who's using AI to help run her daughter's pro football team, amongst other things, and I'm not trying to give it all away. So let's jump on in. We'll also get into our brand new beginner classroom, the free Black Friday playbook we built for members, and for anyone who hasn't heard it yet, the real story of how Club Jam got started 3 years ago. Let's jump in. Hello, Jam.
Hi, Flora. How are you today?
Great. It's a Monday. How you doing?
Just waiting for summer break to kind of be over, but we're enjoying it. But, those last few weeks are a lot.
Dragging. And I always do that. I say what day it is that we're talking when this will actually get released on a Friday. Sorry, listeners.
That's okay. I'm looking forward to Friday, so it's all good.
Yeah, you'll be that much closer to summer being over.
Yeah, and I'll have my little Rhode Island trip over with, too, even though I think it'll be fun.
There's a lot going on this week.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on with Club Jam. So actually, speaking of Club Jam, what's the best part of Club Jam?
I actually do know.
Yeah.
It's the people in it. The people in it are so cool.
Yeah. It's been so fun getting to talk to them and learning their stories. And then it's just always so nice. Like, they're always so excited about the opportunity to connect afterwards. And I think it's really nice for people to get the validation, like, yeah, my story is unique and my story is really cool, and what,
Yeah. And it also, I think it's funny because some people are like, so you teach AI, who do you teach AI to? And I'm like, well, small business owners, coaches, consultants, like I just go on. And then I always teach you should have a niche, but it's so hard to niche down because everybody needs to learn AI. But like, if you look at the people in Club Jam, we have dog trainers, we have wellness consultants, we have a digital thanatologist. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Flora just did a podcast with Nikki Weiss, who does digital asset planning for after we're no longer here. We have travel advisors. We have adult daycare owners. We have HVAC owners. But it's interesting because it's like what we teach applies to all the businesses.
But they're small business owners. So that is niche.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, and I'm also just really excited for Tony.
Tell us about Tony.
Tony is our Tony Time guy, Learning with Tony, bi-weekly on Wednesdays. If you haven't listened to him yet, please go check him out.
Who hasn't listened to Tony yet?
I know. He has been teaching us about AI tools for 3 years now. And he finally just figured out, like, there's this tool that he really likes, but it wasn't quite right. So then he just made his own. And he launched Wonder Reel, and I am using it. And I like it so much, I put it in our marketing machine training. And so I'm just so happy for him. And I really want him to be successful because he works so hard. He really does. And he knows this stuff inside and out. So
okay, if someone's listening and they haven't heard of Tony, how do they find out more about Wonder Reel?
Wonder Reel, I should probably give the exact right URL.
It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of a tongue twister.
I know. I want to say Wonder Reel.
Wonder Reel.
Wonder Reel.
Good thing Tony's the one teaching on this.
Every time I say it, I know.
And I love that he said, I wanted this thing and it didn't work, so I just made my own.
Yeah, I love that too. Hold on, this is important. Okay, it's wonderreel.io.
Okay, that is important.
Yeah.
I'll link it too. So Tony made wonderreel.io. That's awesome. I don't know how he does it. He just is one of those people who has more time in their day.
Yeah.
What are some other members doing, Club Jam?
So David Farr just shared an article with us. He is a magician out of Minneapolis, and he just made the news because, and I'm not going to get it 100% correct. You could Google David Farr Houdini, because they just had this like gathering of magicians, and they were all doing this escape that Houdini used to do. And so it was the world record for the most magicians doing Houdini's escape trick. And so I just think that's really cool. And at the same time,
he's in the news.
Yeah, he's in the news. And at the same time, David is a great example because he's learning AI. He does magic, but he also teaches magicians how to grow their business with AI. So it's like he has a double business going on. So he's doing some really cool stuff too.
This is so cool.
Yeah. So
okay.
Cool.
Give me a few more.
Okay. One I want to talk about is Rosalia. Rosalia she was a court reporter for a long time, and she was like, I just want something different. And so she left her job of like 20 years and she started doing AI consulting herself, and she landed a couple gigs doing consulting in her local area. She was teaching specifically to the Hispanic community, which is great. There's a huge need there. And then she also shifted and is helping her husband grow his HVAC company with AI. So she's doing both. She's got her hands full, but it's been really cool to watch her go from having this 9-to-5 she didn't really like to having kind of two businesses. And she's like, I don't know which one to do at this point. So that's been fun to watch too.
And also not a first time I've heard. I mean, I know I say it all the time, these people with more time in their day, but like there's so many of our members that are using AI to give them time back in their day, and they're running multiple businesses, and they're like so many, you know, even going back to David, when I talked to him, he was like, yeah, I'm a magician. Oh yeah. And I co-own a CRM. Oh yeah. And I teach this. And like how do you do all of this?
No, it's insane. Another one I want to talk about, Stacey Cassidy.
Oh,
she is learning AI and building websites and doing kind of general marketing for her clients. But a really cool use case is her daughter's a professional football player. There's a women's professional football league.
Awesome.
And Stacey's using AI to help them coordinate their travel schedules. And she's doing like bios on all the girls.
I bet she's awesome.
So she's using AI for that, which is, you know, kind of a passion project, but I'm sure it's really helpful, and I bet the girls love it. So I think that's really cool.
Well, okay, so I know we could go on and on about how cool our members are, but if someone is jumping in and like, you know, I don't know about you, but being the new kid on the block, like, is it always a great feeling? So if you come into Club Jam and you see that this community is already thriving with these people that know each other and love each other, like, how does someone just jump into that?
Yeah, I do see that happening because our members, it is a community. They're getting to know each other. So number one, join the live calls. Everyone is so welcoming and warm. But if you don't join the live calls, it's really hard to get to know you. And if you can't join a live call, get that, at least do your introduction. So the first thing we ask when you join is to introduce yourself, tell us what you do, where you're from, what you're passionate about, what's your favorite song, and post that in the intros. We get a good amount of new members every week, and I'd say 10% actually do the intro. So I would love to see more of that. And then beyond that,
our members would love to see more of that.
Yeah, exactly. Our members want to get to know each other. That's the whole reason we attract the people we attract, is they want to be social. They want to know you and help you.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're doing is in the classroom, we have a new section that is just for new members or beginners. So instead of trying to drink from the fire hose and just expect to know where everything is, you can go in there and see our AI 101 and get some quick wins to kind of get you on your feet.
Awesome. So when you come in, you don't have to feel super overwhelmed that David is using AI to create a CRM or, I mean, what if, if you're just getting in here and you're finally learning how to use ChatGPT or, still using it kind of as Google, there's still a place just for you.
Right. I think the worst thing that's happening is like we'd get a new member and they would join for a live with Kevin, who's like our advanced expert, talking about SQL databases and, local AI. And yeah, it's just like, okay, this is not the group for me. When it is, the fact is I have people who love that stuff and need that stuff. But I also have people who want to learn what ChatGPT is and have never used it.
Well, and yeah, we have members that love that stuff now, but a lot of those people came in using ChatGPT as Google a few months ago.
Well, and I think the coolest part too is all the people who love, Kevin's training and who have been here a long time, they become helpers. They're like our admins. Because I see, I'm in Club Jam as much as possible, but sometimes I'm not in there. And it's great when I'll see a new person ask a question and I have 5 of our members that have been around for a while who have given answers. And so that's the perk of this community is everybody's helping each other.
Well, you mentioned joining those live calls. That's what my favorite part is on these live calls is just being there to facilitate the conversation amongst others. And they're often so eager to help with one another and say, oh, hey, I also own a company similar to what you do. And this is how we've got ahead of this. And I just keep thinking it's just like giving people back time, right?
Totally.
Okay, so we've got this new AI for beginners in the classroom. That's awesome. Really wonderful place for people to really get caught up. What else is happening in Club Jam right now other than these awesome live calls and incredible members?
Well, we're also talking to people about building their Black Friday offer. And
already?
Yep, already. It's August, and you need to have it built out by September. There's so much that goes into a Black Friday offer. It's not just like putting something on sale. You sometimes come up with a whole new thing, or you have to figure out how to promote your offer, which goes perfect with this week's marketing machine sprint too. That's what we're talking about. But it's how do you get people to buy your offer? And then once you figure that out, you need, your Stripe link, your landing page, your email funnel, your thank you page, your social media posts about it. If you're doing ads, you have to do ads about it. So it's not just putting something on sale. And I don't want you guys to freak out October 30th and be like, oh, I have to make a Halloween costume and do my Black Friday offer all in one weekend.
Yeah.
So I want to get ahead of it now. So while I was building that training for everybody, I created our Club Jam Black Friday offer. And I'm giving it for free to our Club Jam members. And I'm excited about it because for those of you who know how I build my agents, I use a platform called Obsidian. And inside Obsidian, I have all the training I've ever done. And so I was able to create a playbook that shows 38 plays to grow, scale, and build your business. So every single page is a prompt or a skill to make. And it's really just a simple way to start using what we teach.
Yeah.
And again, without having to go through 5 sprints and 10 courses and 10 webinars, it's kind of all boiled down right there.
Okay, how cool. And I love a Club Jam freebie. You have been really busy. You have been traveling and even by the end of this, by the time we release this call, you have gone and come back and kind of catch us up in your world. What are you doing outside of running Club Jam?
Well, let's see. In June, I went to Utah for a get together with other AI consultants from Women of AI.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. I only was able to go for like 2 nights and it was a 4-night thing, but I met some amazing, really smart women. Yeah. And in fact, I met somebody there named April, who I'm bringing with me this week to go to Rhode Island. So I would have had to say no to this project that came in. I was asked to do a co-pilot training, and that's not really my jam, but it is April's. So I'm bringing her out, and we're co-hosting a workshop. And then coming up, I have 2 keynotes, one in Chicago, one in Michigan. I have a SCORE National coming up, and I'm speaking for AO Fund next week. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up, and I'm excited to be able to be in front of large audiences and tell them how cool Club Jam is.
I love that. Okay, so when people, I want to just do a quick high level overview here. When people join Club Jam, do the intro. It's not dorky. Just do it. It's important. People
Not
want
dorky.
to know you. Do the intro. Join the live calls when you can. Don't be intimidated by these advanced calls that some of our members are just crushing, because there are also members that are going to be elated to see this beginner classroom. What else?
I think the last thing is you. If you're a new member and you need help, reach out to Flora. And also, if you're shy and you don't want to show up on live calls and you want to get to know people and tell your story, Flora hosts our podcast, The Human Side of AI, where you can, you're listening to it now, where you can tell your story. And I have to be honest, I got behind on listening and I did a whole binge last week and it was so good. I'm so impressed with your skills in podcasting and also just the people you're bringing on there. I'm so impressed by them.
Well, they're so cool.
They are cool.
They're really cool. They're really cool. And I think they are impressed with themselves. Like, I think that. It's really fun. Speaking of being impressed, you know, you and I have worked alongside each other for several years now. And it's so much fun, you know, even just hearing you kind of recap these upcoming presentations you have and these keynotes that you have. And it's like, you just came to us, or you came to me with this idea because you were just doing it. You were starting to use AI in sales and marketing. And then can you revisit this story about how you started Club Jam? Because it's been so long and it's just so cool. Because it really hasn't been that long. It feels like it's been a lifetime, right? But it hasn't. And
yeah,
I think it's really good motivation for others who are just now starting their business to see it doesn't just happen to like other people. It can happen to you too.
Yeah. It's been 3 years, which is, you know, in some ways a long time. In some ways it's a blink of an eye.
Truly.
But yeah, I mean, I was working in an agency, working with you, and we're trying to grow the business and started using AI, and I just saw the opportunity that it was bringing.
Yeah.
And then just owning agencies and doing, you know, web development, SEO, content creation, advertising. I just was like, wow, this is going to change everything. And I was also maybe personally going through some things, you know, just wanted to change and was hitting a big birthday milestone in the midst of kind of losing my dad, and just kind of, I wanted a new fresh thing, you know, and this was clear that it is the biggest disruptor and probably the single largest opportunity we have in our lifetimes to make money and change how we work and adopt a new technology. Like, this literally feels like a superpower when you know how to use it. I have Club Jam, I have Jam AI. I also have like 3 other businesses that I have up and going that are making income.
And 2 kids and a husband and a life.
And just like the things I'm teaching people how to not only use AI, but bring it into their practice and sell it as a product too. It's been eye-opening to see, and just every day is exciting because there's something new to learn and a new way to change somebody's life and how they work. And I'm really grateful for how I've been able to build this. But I think the most important part is that it's been built on kind of the tried and true sales and marketing stuff. And I even brought in a book that was written in I don't know when Go Giver was written. It's 20 years old. So the 90s, I guess, of how being a good person is the best thing you can do in business. And the more you can be in front of people and multiply your message and get your offer out in front of people by helping others is like the number one thing to grow. And putting AI on top of that allows you to multiply it in multiple places. So I think I said multiply too many times, but hopefully that made sense.
Well, we've covered a lot on this quick call. We typically do, right? And we started off by just giving some love to some of our members because we love them, and it is such a community, and then we started talking about what to do when you join Club Jam if we don't know and love you yet, right? We will, and especially when we see that your intro and you showing up on these calls. We talked about this new classroom for people to find a little more beginner content to get caught up to speed and not feel that overwhelmed. That's not what we're trying to do. We talked about Black Friday and a free offer for Club Jam members. And again, I can't believe we're already talking Black Friday. We ran through some of your upcoming keynotes, and then you shared your true testimony of how Club Jam got started, and you even you've pulled it full circle with just the reminder that if it comes from a good place, it's usually going to have a good ending, right?
Yeah, that's true. Great summary. Great. What was this, like 20 minutes? We went through all that. Amazing. Amazing.
Well, thanks so much for this. Is there anything else people should know this August? You mentioned the AI marketing machine, but how's that going?
Yeah, if you haven't started it yet, please do. It's a lot smaller ask every day. It's literally 10 minutes. Go and put in the prompt. And what we're doing is we're actually building one machine. So when you get in, I have you download a skill, and a skill is basically a folder on your desktop that is trained a certain way. But every day, Claude is working with you to build your marketing materials, and it stashes it away in that machine. And then at the end, you're going to have everything you need to power your business from a marketing standpoint, whether it's social, website content, meta ads, blogging, SEO, GEO. It's the whole machine right there, and it's all done after you put in a little bit of work.
Okay, cool. All right, get in there.
Get in there. Thanks, Flora. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Jam. Talk soon.
All right, bye.